So, about 6 years ago, I sat in front of my computer and played around with shapes, colors to make my very first pattern. And guess what? I sucked. I mean, it didn't look good, but I loved it. I loved it because it was different. I loved it because, it just felt like I was doing more with my art, and that was something that I've always wanted to explore. I've always wanted to do more with my work and to explore art on different products. So I got to know about surface design in 2020, just around the pandemic. I got to know about surface design, and that wowed me. I'm like, oh, there is more I can do with my work. There is more I can do with my art. I can translate art onto different products, onto different surfaces, and that was mind blowing. So I dug into it. I did some research, and I found that, I could make some products, I could make my fabrics. And as a Nigerian woman, I'm surrounded by textiles. We call it Ankara. Textiles and colorful prints, colorful fabrics with shapes and patterns and textures. So I've always wanted to, wear something, to have something of mine that carries my art and my designs. So I tried. I explored different ideas, different mediums, different techniques until it felt right. It felt really good. And over time, eventually, I felt confident to share my work online, which I did. So I did. And guess what? It took a couple of years to get some traction, but I finally did. And anyway, before I go on, let's rewind. Hi, guys. I'm Oris Edu, and I'm an artist and designer and creative entrepreneur. And welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I do everything around creativity, entrepreneurship, and travel, infused with faith as well. So I'll also be sharing a lot about my experiences as a Nigerian woman living in Canada, as well as my behind the scenes and my creative journey and process of growing a brand from scratch into a successful company. In 2022, I moved to Canada and I decided to relaunch and restart my business. Yes, I did. After 2 years of starting, about 3 years of starting, I thought of, I'm in a new terrain, a new set of challenges, a new set of people, set of audience. Everything was different. So I thought of, just relaunching my brand. And then the first thing that came to mind was to translate my art into fabrics, because I was just so excited about this, which I did. I got the samples in, felt the fabrics, experienced the fabrics. It felt so good. It felt so fulfilling to see your work on products and to experience your work on products. So I got so excited and I launched a fabric shop. So I launched a fabric shop, and guess what happened? Nothing happened. I mean, I told myself a lie that I had about 20K followers at that time on Instagram. And I'm going to get some sales. It should be fine. People are going to love this. But that was a big lie. For several months, little or no orders came in. Trust me. Yes, little or no orders came in, and that was frustrating. That was very disappointing because I thought, oh yeah, my work is great. I'm an artist, of course, but that wasn't enough. Creativity is not enough, and that is the hard lesson that I've learned. That creative work is good, but it's not enough. To make a successful entrepreneur, to make a successful business owner, you need clarity, understanding your target audience, understanding your cost, understanding financials, understanding strategy, structure, systems, branding, marketing, sales. There's tons of things to understand, even logistics and shipping. There was a whole lot for me to learn in a short period of time. So I got overwhelmed and closed the fabric shop. And then after a few months, I felt relieved again to start something, this time an home textile brand. So what I was going to do, it's still the same company. So what I was going to do was to launch a collection. So I launched a few things like tea towels, fabric wraps in the home textile collection. And yes, that was good. I got a few traction, a few sales. But like I said, it's easy as an artist and as a creative to get stuck in the rabbit hole of creating and designing and not selling, because that's like a chore. There's a lot of things involved when it comes to marketing products. It takes more than just art. So I've learned the lesson the hard way. And I took a pause, I reflected, I prayed, and I slowed down. And I thought to myself, relax. It takes a lot for you to grow a brand, a sustainable brand. It takes years for you to build a business that lasts. So it's good for you to take it slow. And if you are in that phase right now of building, if you're in that phase of creating, my advice for you is to not rush, because successful companies take time. It does. And trust me, creativity alone is not enough. You need a whole lot of things I mentioned earlier: strategy, systems, sales, understanding your structure. There's a lot of things involved. So I thought to myself, it's time to take a step back and relax. You've done quite a number of things. I also launched a clothing line. I launched like so many things at once. So now, this time, I'm growing with intention. I'm taking it slowly and creating a brand that matter. And in this time, I'm going to be sharing my journey with you, taking you on behind the scenes, and making you understand what it takes to create and to grow a brand from scratch into a successful company. So this is me. I'm starting all over again, taking the risk all over again, rebuilding, reimagining, and releasing what didn't work. This time, I'm embracing what feels aligned to me and taking you all on this journey. So this channel is going to be about my story, my process, the pivots, and my progress. I hope that it creates that spark for you to do what you have been called to do, and for you to awaken your dream, because everyone has got a gift. And I also do hope that it inspires you to chase after your dreams, and also for you to learn from my mistakes and you don't do the same things I have done. And I hope you do follow me along on this journey. So if this resonates with you, I would love to hear from you. So please drop a comment in the comment box and you'll hear back from me. Thank you so much again for being here, and see you in my next video. Until then, keep shining, keep dreaming, and keep exploring. Bye.